you want any tea, Terry?
I'm just coming.
You said that 10 minutes ago. It's stone cold.
I said I'm just coming.
Well, I don't mind, really, darling, but you have been gardening all the afternoon. That's it. Come and sit down for a bit.
All right, just while somebody does it. Oh, dear, I'll finish that edge after tea. Oh, you don't contribute much, do you?
Yeah?
I'll never see you out in the garden. I can't remember the last time I saw you out here.
Oh, I'm always popping out, dear, during the day when you're at the office.
Doing what?
Sitting, reading, sunbathing.
You've got too little to do on your hands these days.
Well, what's a garden for?
Working in.
Oh, I do quite enough work in the house, thank you.
No, when I say working, I mean it's more of a pleasure. I mean it's fun, it's exciting, it's a joy to do. God, I've been great big thorn in my finger. God dear, must have been from that blooming floribunda over there, that yellow one.
Which one's that, dear?
You see, you don't even know, dear. That's what makes it so sad. I mean, you don't take the slightest interest in the garden. That yellow floribunda is only one of the most famous, most beautiful specimens there is.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're not. You couldn't care less. You really couldn't. Honestly. You're heartless and ignorant. I mean, you've had the benefit of a beautiful garden all these years and you don't know one rose from another. It makes me furious.
Oh, all right. What's it called?
Peace!
What a pretty name for a flower.
Tea's stone cold.
Yes, I know. I told you it was.
Now, pour me another one.
I can't, dear. There's none left.
Well, how many cups did you have?
2. Well, it might have been 3.
God, blimey. You sit here guzzling all the tea while I'm breaking my back to make a beautiful garden for you to sit in. I mean, you haven't even commented on how it looks.
Oh, you haven't done that bed over there?
Trust you to pick up the one bit that I haven't done yet.
Well, sorry, darling, but it does sort of stand out.
But you only noticed it because I told you to look at it.
What would you like me to say? Everything's lovely?
Oh, yes. I mean, it is, if you don't look at that bit. Look over there.
Where?
There.
Oh, yes.
Do you know what they're called?
Oh, darling, I'm not a complete idiot. They're called compost heaps.
No. I'm talking about the flowers I put in front to hide the compost heap.
I can still see it.
Yeah, well, you would. I'm referring to the delphiniums.
Oh, yes, they're very nice.
I grew them from seed.
I thought all flowers grew from seed.
Yes, I know, but I mean, I grew them from seed. I nurtured over them. I fussed over them. I grew them to fruition. That's what makes it all worthwhile when you can see the results of your labor. And there they stand in all their summer glory.
Not quite hiding the compost heap.
Oh, I give up. I mean, how can I get you to appreciate the wondrous beauty of a garden?
Oh, darling, I do appreciate it. Really, I do. I mean, it all looks absolutely splendid. And you have worked very, very hard.
Thank you.
I'm not as ignorant as you think, you know. I mean, for instance, I know that those are called begonias.
They're petunias.
And Mrs. Cooper next door has got some, and they're not nearly as nice as yours, darling.
Well, I'm not surprised she doesn't talk to them.
Pardon?
She doesn't talk to them.
What?
I happen to talk to them.
Well, of course you talk to them. We've known them for donkey's years.
No, not the Coopers, the petunias.
Oh. Pardon?
Oh, never mind.
You know, for 1 minute, I thought you meant that you talked to the flowers.
I do.
I see. Shouldn't you be wearing a hat in all this sun?
It is a well-known fact that if you talk to flowers, they respond.
Really?
Yeah. Well, they understand. I mean, they know exactly what you're saying. It's a matter of communication, telepathic rapport between living things. I mean, haven't you ever experienced it?
No. I've spoken to Interflora once or twice.
Oh, what's the use? I've got to get on. You go back to sleep.
Oh, no, darling, don't go. I'd love to know more about it.
Now, you're just sending me up.
No, I'm not. I am genuinely interested. I mean, what sort of things do you say to each other?
You don't have a conversation, you twit. I mean, God, flowers can't talk.
Well, that's what I thought. So how is it that you have this marvellous understanding and rapport?
Because they don't answer back.
Sometimes I wish that the children were still here. At least they were sensible.
If you don't believe me, ask Percy Thrower.
He talks to the viewers, not the flowers.
I bet you anything you like that he wouldn't think there was anything strange about it at all.
No, all right, darling. It's just that I've never seen you do it before.
Well, you're never in the garden, are you?
Well, I'm here now. Go on. Show me how you do it. Go on.
Are you really interested?
Darling, I'm fascinated.
Now, listen, I don't want any sarcastic remarks.
Oh, no, dear,
And if
no.
you laugh...
No, I won't.
If you laugh, I won't do it.
I won't laugh.
You promise?
Promise.
Good afternoon, Petunia.
No, hay fever.
Well, you just watch it.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Petunias. How are we all? How are we? All looking very beautiful, aren't we? Except you. Ah. Yes, you're not looking your usual self. You're a bit droopy, aren't you? What's the matter? Did that nasty old wind give you a battering last night? Never mind. Never mind, poor little Petunia. Uncle Terry will give you a big dose of liquid manure. Now, listen all very, very carefully. Now, today, I want you to try even harder and be more beautiful. And go up big and strong and tall. There. That's not asking too much, is it?
Hello.
What? Lucy, you frighten the life out of me. But just don't creep about like that, please.
Gungadin was only saying hello, weren't you, dear? And when he said he wanted a little fresh air, I said, right, we'll go out into the garden then. It's a lovely sunny day. And I'm sure Uncle Terry and Auntie June won't mind you being out there with them.
Oh, blimey, Lucy, the way you talk to that bird, people will think you're potty.
Look who's talking. You sounded like Bill and Ben, the flower pot men.
I knew you wouldn't take it seriously.
Do sit down, dear.
Are you sure I shan't be in the way, dear?
No, have Terry's chair. He won't be using it for a while. He's got lots more gardening to do.
Well, it's a lovely day for it. Is there anything you'd like me to do, dear?
You could always have a go on the roller.
That's one of Uncle Terry's little jokes again.
Goodbye.
He could do with a bit of pruning. Oh, June, telephone.
It's probably for you.
Well, go and take a message. I'm busy.
All right, dear. I'll tell them you're having a napper with the nasturtium.
I better put in another hour, I suppose.
Now, don't overdo it, dear.
Does you good. You must admit, though, it's all looking pretty good.
Oh, yes, it is. Lovely. But have you done that bed over there?
Marvellous, eh? 250 square yards that the National Trust will be proud of, and all you and June can say is, you haven't done that bed over there.
Hello.
Don't you start, either.
We didn't mean to upset you, dear. It all looks very nice. We shall miss it, shan't we, when we have to move?
Yeah. It was snowing when you came. It's been a long fortnight, isn't it?
Yes, dear. I know I have stayed a little longer than I intended, but it's such an upheaval moving once you've got used to a place.
Yeah. I don't want to be rude, love, but I mean, the idea was that when the kids left home, June and I were looking forward to being here on our own.
Yeah, but it is such a very big house for two. Wouldn't you get on each other's nerves?
Well, we'll never know, will we, at this rate?
It was for you, darling. Someone calling on behalf of a Mr. Fosgrove.
Oh, that'd be Reggie Fosgrove. Yeah, I've got an appointment with him in the morning.
And they ran to cancel it. The poor man's collapsed. They've taken him to hospital.
What happened? What's the matter with him?
Heart, I think.
Good Lord, poor old Reggie. God, and he's a year younger than I am. Oh, dear. God, I was having lunch with him only last week. Oh, dear. Oh, great one for his food, you know. And knows how to knock it back as well.
You men will overdo things.
Yes, I'm always worried about you.
Nonsense. I always keep myself in good shape. That was Reggie's trouble, you know. Not enough exercise. When did it happen?
Apparently this morning.
Oh, isn't it awful? Isn't it awful? I mean, these things don't happen without any warning whatsoever. Oh, dear. 1 minute you're as right as rain, the next minute, poof, you're gone, just like that. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Wonder what he was doing.
It said he was gardening.
I think I may have been overdoing it a bit.
Goodbye.
What, pardon?
How are you feeling now, dear?
All right.
Has the pain gone?
Which one? I mean, the one I had out in the garden, or one I got when I got out of the bath just now?
Weren't they the same?
Oh, no. No, one's in my back between my shoulder blades, and the other one seems to be travelling down my leg.
Well, you're bound to be a bit stiff after all that gardening.
Yes, but I think this is more than that.
You know, you look all right. In fact, you're quite brown with all the sun.
Oh, June!
What's the matter?
Oh, I've lost the use of my arm.
Okay.
What's that? You see, I can't feel it. It's gone all dead.
Well, you've been lying on it. Let me rub it for
Oh, God, I've got terrible pins and needles.
you. There you are, then. I knew it'd be all right.
Oh. What about this leg, Joe?
Oh, Terry, you are an old worry guts, aren't you? I mean, that's probably gone to sleep as well. Why don't you get up and walk about a bit? You've been lying on it for over an hour.
Oh, my back, my leg. Oh, my toe. Oh, June, you don't think that thorn might have poisoned my finger, do you?
Do you think you'll live?
Oh, I hope so. Mark you, it could have been very nasty.
Ever since we heard about poor Mr. Falsgrove, you have been wallowing in hypochondria.
Me? A hypochondriac? Oh,
Yes,
my
you've
heart.
always been the same. Every time the children had an illness, you thought you'd got it. Measles, mumps, chickenpox, whooping cough. You went through the lot.
It is quite feasible for a grown-up to catch childish diseases.
Yes, dear, but not nappy rash, remember?
I don't imagine my illnesses. If I think I've got it, I have got it. I can tell you quite truthfully, I came over very peculiar in the garden.
When you were talking to those petunias.
No. After that. And when I got out of the bath just now, my God, it was touch and go.
Well, you're all right now, aren't you?
Yeah. Yes, I think so. Apart from sunburn.
Are all your financial affairs in order?
Oh, I'll have a good laugh. You'll be quite happy when the time comes, won't you?
Not really, no. Though I must admit I look rather good in black.
Would you care for a drink?
Oh, lovely. Yes, please. Small gin and tonic.
Thought so. Gin and tonic. Mm.
You going to get dressed again this evening?
No, I don't think it's worthwhile, really. Yeah.
Thank you. What about you? Aren't you having one?
No, I don't think so, no.
Giving it up?
It wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, you're better off without it. I mean, that stuff can do irreparable damage. Oh, rots your system, it does.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you. I mean, don't let me stop you. If you want a drink, oh, that's your lookout. But I think I may as well give it up completely.
What's brought this on?
I suppose when I heard about old Fosgrove, I realised that we don't take care of ourselves enough. I mean, all the care we've lavished on those kids for the past 20-odd years, worrying about them. Don't do this, don't do that, eat this, eat that. And all the time, we've neglected our own well-being.
I thought I'd always looked after you as well.
Yeah, too well. I mean, look at all that. Look at it. All that fatty, starchy food you've been giving me. I mean, no wonder I'm in such bad condition.
One would think I've been poisoning you.
You probably have. What's for supper?
Your favourite, toad in the hole.
No, I won't touch it.
Darling, it's all made.
I don't care. I'm sorry. But you think about it. I mean, what have you got there? A sausage. A sausage consists of a bit of minced meat, and you don't know where it's come from, mixed with white bread and highly seasoned to disguise it, and shoved in a bit of plastic skin. The whole thing is lying there in the greasy, stodgy batter. Yeah. No, you and Lucy can have that.
Oh, thank you very much. What are you going to have?
What have you got?
I think there's some eggs.
Battery or free range?
Co-op.
No, thank you.
Well, biscuits, cheese, butter.
Oh, too much cholesterol.
How about a nice tin of soup?
I'm having nothing out of a tin.
Darling, I don't think I can face cooking separate meals for you. I mean, I just had enough of that with all the children and their likes.
You don't need to do any cooking. For heaven's sake, the salads, raw vegetables, nuts, fruit, all the natural food.
I can't get any now. It's Sunday.
Well, I'll do without. We eat too much anyway. Yes. Diet and exercise from now on. Yeah, that'll add years to my life.
It's going to put a few on mine.
was that?
3.
3?
Oh, yes, come on, keep going.
No, I don't want to overdo it. Try.
Oh, you can't even touch your toes.
No, I never have been able to. I've got very short arms. Very strong, I can't. Lie now. Fine.
Yes, I expect it's all those press-ups you've been doing.
Yes.
Come on, Superman, it's time for bed.
That's right. Keep it along now.
Hurry up, it's getting a bit draughty.
Fresh air touching the world of good. Plant garden looks nice, too. Good night, hollyhocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, hop, 2, 3.
You have to make so much noise.
Hop, it's my house. Hop, 2, 3, 4. Hop.
Lucille, wonder what on earth we're up to.
Yeah. Hop, 2, 3. I bet that's equivalent to about half a mile. Oh, dear.
What are you doing?
Setting the alarm.
You've never done that before. I always wake up in time.
Yeah, not a 5:45.
5:45?
Yeah.
You've got a long journey to do tomorrow?
Yes, 10 times round Ealing Common. Yes, every morning now. From now on, I'm going to run before breakfast.
Oh, you're out of your mind.
Best way of keeping fit. Do you want to come along?
No, thank you. And I certainly don't want to be woken up every morning at 5:45.
Oh, you don't know what you're missing. Best time of the day in England, dawn. Yes, the dew is fresh on the grass. The birds are greeting the new day in song. Nature is stirring and the whole world is waking up.
Yes, except me. I shall be fast asleep. I've got no desire to see the sun rise over North Acton.
Oh, please yourself, it's your loss.
Yeah, and put that alarm off.
Well, just how am I going to wake up?
I don't know, dear, but I'm not going to be disturbed.
Well, I'll put in an early call then.
Oh, no, that's worse. Worse than the clock.
What am I going to do?
Well, why don't you just stay up? You've only got about 6 hours to go.
Now, look, June. Now, look. Do you really want me to drop dead?
If it means me being woken up at 5:45, yes.
Oh, blimey, I'm only doing this for you.
What do you mean?
Well, now, look, June. As you well know, I am now 45.
6.
What?
You're 46.
Am I? No, that's worse. 40? Good Lord. And medical opinion will confirm that at 46, a man is at a critical stage in his life. And he owes it to himself and his entire family to keep himself healthy.
Yes, darling.
Now, June.
You're going...
June. How would you feel if that telephone rang with the news that I'd gone? Could you live with yourself?
Well, I'd have to, wouldn't I? Anyway, for a little while.
You see, June, I know that in your heart. What did you say?
Nothing?
Yes, you did.
What? When?
When I said, could you live with yourself, you said, yes, for a while.
Oh, yes, that's right, yes.
What exactly do you mean?
Well, I simply meant that I suppose after a bit I might get married again.
Oh, you get married again, will you?
Well, I've never really thought about it, darling, but it's a possibility.
I see.
Only after a decent interval.
Ah. What would you consider a decent interval?
Can't really answer that, can I? I mean, how can one know when these things are going to happen? I mean, one can't foresee the future. I suppose it just depends on when I meet him.
Well, you mean sort of 10 or 15 years?
Yes. Unless it was sooner.
Sooner?
Well, I mean 2 or 3 years. I mean, I imagine sometimes people have remarried within a year.
Why don't you just invite him to the funeral?
Dear. How can I possibly think about him when I've still got you?
Yeah, I know, but you said enough to show me that there could be somebody else.
I doubt it.
Well, you can say that, but I mean, well, you could easily be swept off your feet by any Tom, Dick, or Harry.
Oh, charming.
Well, no, I don't mean any riffraff, but I mean, there are plenty of scoundrels around just waiting to pounce on an unsuspecting, innocent, lonely widow. You know, before you've had a chance to say, here lies Jack Robinson, they're in. They've got a house, a car, and a flipping lovely garden. Back and front.
Perhaps he'll finish that bed you keep on missing.
Believe you me, there are hundreds of men just waiting to prey on wealthy widows.
Oh, I'm going to be wealthy, am I?
Oh, I've looked after you, all right. I've done what every sensible, decent husband should do. I mean, Mum, you take this house. This house, I mean, must be, at today's prices, must be worth region of 30 and 40,000.
Oh, yes, but that's no good unless I sell it.
Oh, sell it. Sell it. Yeah, then you've got an insurance policy and a few quid in the building society, and then by which time you might possibly come up with the premium bonds. I mean, you could be worth a fortune.
Could I?
Yeah, you could sell up and buy yourself a little place in the Bahamas.
Oh, no, darling, I wouldn't want to do that.
No.
No. France, maybe. A little flat in Cannes. That'd be very nice, and it's not so far. See, I could pop back occasionally and see the children and do a bit of shopping, change the flowers on your grave.
Thank you. That's a very nice thought.
Darling, it's the least I could do. I mean, have you any particular preference?
No.
How about petunias? Only, of course, you wouldn't be able to talk to them.
Oh, trust you to be flippant. I mean, this is serious. I mean, this is something that every husband and wife should talk about. You know, you've got to come to this eventually. It's got to happen. I mean, I'd like to feel that, you know, you'd be reasonably happy, you know. And I know you miss me terribly, and being on your own, as you would be, you know, all on your own.
You are absolutely determined that I'm not going to get married again, aren't you?
Well, no, I haven't ruled it out completely, but I could always put a stop to it if I wanted to.
Really? How?
In the will. Put in a codicil. If my dearly beloved wife ever had the flaming nerve to remarry, she forfeits the lot.
Well, of course, in that case, I wouldn't remarry.
Good.
No, I'd keep everything.
You would, dear, yes.
And just live with him.
But live in sin?
Oh, it might be rather fun.
Well, what about the neighbours, you know, all that gossip?
Well, it wouldn't reach you, dear. Wherever you are. Anyway, perhaps we might not choose to live here.
No, I can understand you not wanting to live here, because it would bring back too many painful memories.
Yes. And you know, it really is a bit far from the shops. And besides, I mean, he might have somewhere of his own. And he might be rich. I mean, he might have more than one. Might have a flat in Belgravia, house in the country. He might even have a yacht. We could go cruising in the Mediterranean. The children would like that.
Don't you drag my children into this sordid escapade. Anyway, I mean, they'd be too upset.
Oh, darling, we'd all be upset. Nice cruise might help us forget.
Now listen, I haven't gone yet, and that's why I don't intend to. And now I've heard your plans, I'm determined to stay alive if it kills me. Come on, where's that alarm clock?
No, I am not going to be woken up at the crack of dawn.
You won't be disturbed. I'll go and sleep in the spare room.
What?
Yeah.
Terry.
Huh.
Well, you don't want to go and do that, do you?
Why not?
Well, I mean, we've always slept together. You've never left me on my own before.
Come on, just being practical, aren't I? I want to get up early in the morning to get, you know, to get fit. And if you don't want to be disturbed, you refuse to be disturbed, fine. Well, I mean, it's the obvious thing to do, isn't it?
How long is this going on for?
As long as it's necessary.
Well, that could be some time.
Look, June, if I'm going to do something, I like to do it properly. Come on, settle down. Go to sleep. Peaceful dreams. Good night. See you in the morning.
Oh, Terry, you can't leave me like this. I shall be lonely.
Well, so shall I. Now, come on, snuggle down. Go to sleep.
What happens if a burglar comes in here?
Well, you won't be lonely then, will you?
You know, this isn't a very good idea. I mean, what about, well, you know, I mean, we'll never be able to, well, I mean, what happens if I or you or we both, want to,
Oh! Look, we've got an old dinner gong somewhere. I'll leave it by the side of the bed. Give it a bang if you need me. Now, look, you're the one that's being unreasonable, so you've got to get used to it. I mean, for heaven's sake, we've been married long enough to know that these little adjustments have to take place. And you can't go through life depending upon me all the time. Good night. June, the bed's not made up.
I know. I could have told you that.
Come on.
No, what, I want it made up.
Well, make it up yourself, then.
I don't know how. I don't know whether anything is. I mean, you'll have to do it.
You can't go through life depending on me all the time.
Now, look, June.
If you want to lie on your bed, you make it.
But where are the sheets?
On the shelf over the towels.
Where are the towels?
In the airing cupboard. And the airing cupboard...
I know where the airing cupboard is. Towels, film, shirts. Oh, you can't find anything in this living cupboard.
Who are you talking to, dear?
No one, dear. No one.
Oh, I thought perhaps you'd got a plant in there.
Go on, go back to sleep, will you, love?
Oh, I can't sleep, dear. There's too much noise tonight, what with all that talking. And then I could have sworn I heard somebody jumping up and down.
Yeah, but I was keeping fit. Look, do you know where the sheets are?
Well, aren't they on the bed, dear?
No, I wanted a spare room.
Oh, dear, you've had a row with June, haven't you?
No, I'm just getting up early. I'm going for a run. 10 times round Ealing Common.
Oh, do you think that's wise, dear? You won't feel fit for anything after that.
Oh. Nonsense.
No, Terry, don't you think once at your age is enough?
Listen, as I told you, if I'm going to do something, I like to do it properly.
Ah, now that's what my dear Percy used to say when we were together in India. Live life to the full, sample everything. You know, I've often thought it must have been the polo that killed him.
Blimey, I didn't know those little mints were that strong. June.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want a cup of tea?
What time is it?
6 o'clock. 6 o'clock.
Terry, you promised not to wake me.
Sorry.
Why aren't you out running?
It's raining.
Did you wake me up to give me a weather forecast?
I couldn't go out running. I mean, I'd have cooked me just a cold.
Oh, yes, dear.
I was starving, so I cooked myself some bacon and a few eggs.
What happened to your Keep Fit campaign?
I'm not bothered. I'm fit enough.
Good.
Do you want a cup of tea? Good. Remember? If you're going to do something, do it properly.
Happy Ever After is back tomorrow at the same time, and you can still see Neighbours every weekday morning at 7:30 and 12:30.
Don't you want any tea, Terry?
I'm just coming.
You said that 10 minutes ago. It's stone cold.
I said I'm just coming.
Well, I don't mind, really, darling, but you have been gardening all the afternoon. That's it. Come and sit down for a bit.
All right, just while somebody does it. Oh, dear, I'll finish that egg after tea. Oh, you don't contribute much, do you? I never see you out in the garden. I can't remember the last time I saw you out here.
Oh, I'm always popping out, dear, during the day when you're at the office.
Doing what?
Sitting, reading, sunbathing.
You've got too little to do on your hands these days.
Well, what's a garden for?
Working in.
Oh, I do quite enough work in the house, thank you.
No, when I say working, I mean it's more of a pleasure. I mean it's fun, it's exciting, it's a joy to do. Oh, I've been great big thorn in my finger. God dear, must have been from that blooming floribunda over there, that yellow one.
Which one's that, dear?
You see, you don't even know, dear. That's what makes it so sad. I mean, you don't get the slightest interest in the garden. That yellow floribunda is only one of the most famous, most beautiful specimens there is.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're not. You couldn't care less. You really couldn't. Honestly. You're heartless and ignorant. I mean, you've had the benefit of a beautiful garden all these years and you don't know one rose from another. It makes me furious.
Oh, all right. What's it called?
Peace!
What a pretty name for a flower.
Tea's stone cold.
Yes, I know. I told you it was.
Now, pour me number.
I can't, dear. There's none left.
Well, how many cups did you have?
2. Well, it might have been 3.
God, blimey. You sit here guzzling all the tea while I'm breaking my back to make a beautiful garden for you to sit in. I mean, you haven't even commented on how it looks.
Oh, you haven't done that bed over there?
Trust you to pick up the one bit that I haven't done yet.
Well, sorry, darling, but it does sort of stand out.
But you only noticed it because I told you to look at it.
What would you like me to say? Everything's lovely?
Oh, yes. I mean, it is, if you don't look at that bit. Look over there.
Where?
There.
Oh, yes.
Do you know what they're called?
Oh, darling, I'm not a complete idiot. They're called compost heaps.